Game Talkers, this is Talk Gaming. This is Chris Fernandez, the usual. I'm joined by all four of them.
Ooh.
Again, all four of them, all three of them, including myself, making four.
All four of us.
I am joined by J-Bone.
Welcome.
Bob. And, dare I say it, the legendary, the one and only, the Seventh Sword, Richard Radwan. We're all here. We're all pumped up. We've had some burgers. We've had some brats. A few woodchucks. Or Angry Orchards, right?
Angry Bob Shirts.
Just weak chick beer. Whatever.
We're
ready to talk some
cider.
games.
Weak chick hard cider.
I swear sometimes we just need to carry Mike with us because we'd have so many stupid but funny and awesome conversations. Just talking regularly.
You guys
while we're grilling or something.
Yeah.
We'll do the Grillcast.
Grillcast. It's
Grillcast.
Talk grilling.
Talk grilling.
Talk grilling, yeah.
Should we awesome. Only flip burgers once?
J-Bone.
Yeah.
What seasoning should we use? Comment now.
Usually you want to do like a base of 50-50 salt and pepper.
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
We can talk about it.
J-Bone.
What'd you do today?
J-Bone.
I mean,
what have you been playing?
Yes.
I've been playing with you guys, man. Last of Us Online. Woo! But last night was a little bit of a letdown because you were having a bad game, weren't you? Or something like that?
I had like 18 bad games in a row.
Oh, shit, yeah. It's
Chris
like
lost
very,
half his survivors.
Very inconsistent. But it's like the online pairing, the matchmaking, that takes forever. It was like 15 minutes. I remember I made some like iced tea, went to the bathroom, did something else.
Had sex.
Yeah, and then came back and
went
it was
to Walmart.
Still matchmaking, dude. Yeah.
Oh no, there was something messed up with it. I mean, hey, are we gonna go into this right now?
We'll get into that after you tell us what you're playing, and then Rich tells us what you're playing, and then I say what I've been playing.
We have a formula, Bob. A formula.
Okay, but it just usually when someone brings something up, we're like, boom, we go after it. Okay, we'll talk about it.
We're working on it
when Chris gets there. Other than Last of Us, I've been playing with that. Playing with that. What the hell? I beat Dark Souls without Rich.
Well, I got him for 98% of the game.
2%.
Disclaimer here.
Yeah, I mean, it did help, but you know, I learned how to riposte after playing Dark Souls 2 and then Dark Souls.
You were always afraid to riposte.
I was always afraid.
I was like, hey, Bob, check this out. You're like, I'm not going to do that.
I'm like, that's something I don't need to use. And then for the last boss in Dark Souls 1, you have to riposte.
I don't know how to do it because I never had to learn because I was a mage in Dark Souls 2.
Well, you were like, hey, there's an enemy over there.
I was like, hey, there's an enemy. Lightning bolt, done.
So, I mean...
Best spell in
while
that
you guys
game.
are dying.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah, I think those are my major games that I've been playing. So, yeah.
What about you, Richard Sword?
I have started a Let's Play channel. I've also been playing Dark Souls, but then my data got corrupted. But I started a Let's Play
Legendary
channel.
Race.
If you guys want to check it out, I'm playing The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the first time ever, so I'm probably really bad at it. But
this is the first time you ever played Twilight Princess?
No. This is the first time I've done a Let's Play channel. I played Twilight Princess way back in the day in high school, so I don't remember a lot of it. So it's fun to go through it again. But
Richard's Play channel, huh?
Yeah, check it out. I'll be posting videos as I'll update Facebook as I go along as well. But Chris,
I've been playing Last of Us multiplayer. Woo! Getting pissed off. We'll get into that in a sec. Last of Us multiplayer. Still working on Shadow Warrior. It's been like weeks.
Yeah, you've been milking that, Bob.
I played other things. I don't even remember anymore, dude. So many games. I'm like bouncing between so many different things. Games and life. Games and life, Rich.
Games and life.
Games and life.
That's all it should be.
I mean, you really can never get bored. There are so many games, you're just like, eh. That's why people are like, you're never bored. They always ask me that because I have the summers
in
off.
that voice, you're never bored.
You're never bored.
I'm currently sitting on Wolfenstein and Watch Dogs, like to complete that, to even beat them, and I'm doing Last of Us. And then by the time
what about Ground Zeroes?
I beat that. Yeah, I'll give that back to you. And by the time next month hits, it's what, Destiny, right?
Yeah, Destiny.
And then October is Drive Club
and everything ever.
Grand Theft Auto 5 and all that other.
Wait, hold on a minute, Bob. You're letting him borrow your Ground Zeroes, right?
Yes.
How much would PlayStation Now charge?
Well,
for that?
since he's had it for like a month and a half, calculation, they only have PS3, so I assume they'll double their price for a PS4 game. He honestly probably owes me about $75, and that is probably correct.
Fuck that.
You better come with money in hand next week.
Now that is a value.
You know what drives... Oh.
Welcome to the circus of value.
No, I don't understand that. Or, you know how they talk about... Okay, speaking of this, speaking of the PlayStation... Shut up! Speaking of the PlayStation Now, It was just really funny. I know this was like, I think last week though, but it's just good to. I want to bring it up though. Sony was talking about EA, the EA subscription that we talked about last podcast, that it wasn't a good value. But then they have this PlayStation Now that can charge $50 for an F1 motorsport game that came out in
For 7 days, though. No,
for 90 days, 3 months, for $50.
You can just buy it.
You could get, and like all those games, I swear, all those games, if you even go like a month on it, you can get it for half that price if you just buy the game.
If you own a PS3.
If you own a PS3. I guess I didn't take that consider, but that is absolutely ridiculous.
But still,
Some
it's
of the prices
better
are
from personal experience when I was in the private beta. Charging that much, even like half that price for a game like that you're gonna rent for what, like would you say 3 months, something like that, 90 days, at the quality that they're giving it to you, like with the streaming quality and like the latency issues. It's like, what, like, are you serious? Like, is somebody actually gonna pay that? I wouldn't even pay $2 for a PlayStation Now product. Like, honestly, no. I played the beta and I'm like, no. Like, I'm never.
Did you have to pay money for?
No.
Some
if you're in the private beta, they gave you like 10 free games or something like that to try out.
Now here's a question. Now, what if they like unleashed PlayStation Ultra or something like that, where it combined Now and Plus together, and it was $60, and you could choose 3 games for any month and rent those 3 games out any month?
No.
You wouldn't do that? $10 a
No,
month?
because I wouldn't be playing the PlayStation Now game because you can't.
It'd be
They need to just make it a subscription service, dude, and compete with.
They need to make it like perfect. I know it's a new thing that they're doing and like kind of a new technology they're working on, like streaming video games.
It could get better.
They're interactive. But it could get better, and it will at some point. But at the price point they're charging now, and I understand that like Gaikai costed like $300 million or something like that.
When they acquired it, yeah.
But it's like at the same time, I know you paid that much for it, but you can't expect me to shell out $5+ for a game that doesn't even run properly because it's just crappy technology.
Have you tried it yet? I mean, have you?
Yeah.
You've
not.
No, that's what I mean. It's been a while though, so maybe they've.
I'm willing to try it if somebody else wants to do it first.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had such a bad experience at first. I was like,
what game did you play again?
I played Sniper Ghost Warrior. Not Ibn Ab. I forgot what it's called. That's a game kind of like Ibn Ab. And then what was it called? The motorcycle game.
Yeah, I tried it. I actually was in the open beta, and
that's what he was saying.
I
meant now though.
Now, I tried it now. Yeah, where they're charging for it.
You tried it when?
I figured I would try it. Huh?
You tried it when?
I said tried it. What do you mean when?
Now.
Okay, I see what you did there, sir.
I didn't mean to do that. No, have you tried it like in the past week when it just opened up?
Huh?
Have you tried it just when it opened up?
No, I was invited to an open...
I know.
But I tried it when the service was actually supposed to work, you know? They're actually charging you money at this point. So I just picked a cheap game that I'd never tried before, El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. And it's an action game. And I just noticed, like, right when I downloaded it, and for one, it was just... the video quality was terrible. And my inputs... were lag. Like, there was lagging like when I hit the button and when I'd actually act. And you need to have precision for an action game like that because you're fighting enemies. You have to dodge. You have to strike at all the right times.
The worst one I had was Sniper Ghost Warrior, and that was like the game looked terrible. The lag was so bad that it was unplayable. Like I would hit the joystick like say right to look right, and it would honestly take a second, like a full second, for him to actually like register and like turn. And I was like, how am I supposed to snipe?
No, I'm not
like that.
I've heard rumors. I've heard people talking about it, but they're saying that it's possible. They're saying that the PlayStation 4 is powerful enough if Sony built a custom PS3 emulator for it. That might help this. If you
that
could
was something that Sony was
But
talking
what would
about.
that help with the $300 million that they spent on this?
Well, okay. Instead of having to stream PlayStation 3 games, they would allow you to stream PlayStation 2 HD remasters.
They can also use Gaikai for
because
other things.
those aren't online. You're basically just playing single player games at that point. It wouldn't require too much, I believe, bandwidth for those games because they wouldn't be as big.
You guys ever like? Here's a good example. You guys ever go to like say you're downloading 10 million things on your computer and you fire up Netflix and you want to watch a movie? You know how like when it's got the one bar on Netflix and it looks really grainy and crappy? That's what the games that I played looked like. Like not that bad. They're like in the center, maybe like 3 out of the 5 bars.
So they
look just really like watered down, and then they lagged like crazy. Not latency. I'm talking like lag, like to where like you were just like everything was moving in like slow motion, dude. Like it was bad. It was like you cannot play that.
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what's going on.
The lips weren't on sync. Like,
Oh, and just to clarify, I have a 50 megabit internet speed, so my internet speed is good enough for this. It's not like I have crappy internet I'm trying to play, you know. So people who actually have good internet are unable to get past this lag, so it's a problem.
All he had running in the back was porno, so I mean that's solid. So.
Oh, I mean a lot.
Prano.
Prano.
Prano. So PlayStation Now. J-Bone, you gonna try it out?
No.
They have Batman.
No, dude. Dude, to me, honestly, like...
Dude, you didn't
They have Metal Gear
download for
Solid 4,
Batman,
though.
man?
They have Metal Gear Solid 4, though.
I heard that Phantom Pain
Nope.
is going to be exclusively on PS Now.
No. Nope. And the thing is
You
like...
think they do that, though? You think they literally will put, like, a game
No.
on PS Now exclusive to that?
If they're
so
if
dumb.
people are
I know, I'm just
if people are fucking idiots enough to like actually like convince them to do it, then yeah, they'll do it. Like all you gotta do is ask and you shall receive, right? But it's like I'm not interested in PS Now just because it's price, man. It's just it's not
That's
not my
that's the thing. It's funny because they want you to you want to pay double the price if you bought the game and you want it to run worse and lag.
I do think that the prices for like the 5 day rentals,
7 day. I think they
rentals,
fixed
those
it.
are decent, but at the same time, not for that quality. Like I could go out and buy the game for like several dollars more and get like a flawless game.
What if
Exactly. But I mean, that's because we own the previous consoles.
Right.
People who like this is their first console, it might be worth it for them if they don't like to own their games, they just want to beat it in a week and move on to the next game. That would be cheaper in the long run for them, but
yeah.
they'd be
but
sacrificing
if you're into
quality.
But you'd be playing half of a game.
Yeah.
So
what if I just want to make if your internet connection or if something happens to your connection or the servers go down for PlayStation, what happens?
That's a good point.
Does your game say I got it for like a 4 hour day? I mean, because you get a 4 hour, 7 day, month, or
And
3
power
months.
goes out in your house.
So, will it be 4 hours of playtime?
No, it's 4 hours from when you
Started.
pay, which is stupid. It should actually be
It'd be
playtime.
playtime. Yeah, it should
It
be.
should be playtime because when you think about it, like you said, if the power goes out for exactly 4 hours, great. I just lost that.
Well,
They'll be
which
changing
has
it.
happened
Or
here.
Comcast
Yeah.
goes
A few
down
times.
for 2 days, and I was 2 days away from beating that game. But because that happened, I lost that 2
Well,
days.
I think I don't know how the 4 hours or the week would work, but I would say
Or-
If it was a subscription service, I would do it. Like $20 a month, 15
Well,
bucks.
Sony did
10.
say that they're working on figuring out some
10.
kind of subscription.
because
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I know the prices aren't final, but they aren't like they're putting the prices out there, and people are like, "Whoa, fuck these prices, man! Like these prices are shitty," and they're like, "Okay," and they're like starting to back off, like, "Okay, those prices weren't final, guys." But if no one ever said anything, they would have been like, "Okay, here's the prices."
Well, you
oh
know,
yeah,
no,
it's
no.
like
That worries me for the subscription because if
No.
the prices are so high now, and if they don't lower them, then what's the subscription?
Well, no, you guys worry about this, but you got to understand. It depends on how the market works. I mean, how we're gonna do. If consumers decide to like right now, it's not selling. People are not buying games on PlayStation now. It's not doing a very good job yet. So what do they have to do? Oh, we're gonna have to lower the prices. The fact that no one's buying it.
They have to change
so
it, yeah.
once they find something that people are gonna buy, they're gonna do that because I mean they can't make money if no one buys it. They can put $1 million or like $100.
Gotta
no
spend money to make money.
So they have to reduce it to a value or somewhat of they say is a value for us to purchase
a
it.
monthly subscription.
I think that should transcend to our next thing.
somebody count how many times we use the word value.
Value.
Value. Okay.
But if you take, say for
Our
example, hold on.
Yeah.
Say for example, you have like 15 bucks a month for PlayStation Now, but you're a PS Plus subscriber for $50 a year. But if say like it's like, oh, if you're a PS Plus member already and you want to do now, here's the deal for say $70 a year.
That's what I was saying
think
earlier.
I think
Yeah.
if you're a PS Plus member, they should also give you 2 PS Now games to rent a month.
That would be
At the start,
that's a
maybe
good-
at the
yeah,
start,
that's a
and
good
once they
incentive.
start figuring it out and seeing how, because
They're paying off that
And
Gaikai dude
would it be
with the PS Plus
would it be weird if
money.
Would it be weird if they if say someone's playing this one game, say they're playing Metal Gear Solid 4, streaming it through that. What if there's a bunch of people doing the same game? Does that affect? Does anyone know if that affects the?
Well, no, because they're running those games off of PS3s and then they're streaming it to you.
Okay.
So I mean, as far as I can tell, one PS3 can only run game. Or
I guess we should all test it out, huh? Let's all rent Metal Gear Solid 4.
I own it, bitches.
You know, I'll give Hideo Kojima some more money.
Yeah. Speaking of, I was actually, we talked about Last of Us, and we're talking about how like we usually praise Last of Us or Naughty Dog for doing everything right and all that stuff. And then once it came to the multiplayer, there's something.
Here's the big but.
But there is, and they did an Uncharted, but not to this level. And I understand what they're doing is. And I'm not really mad about DLC. There's DLC and everything, and it helps.
Bob spilled his beer.
Bob!
Okay, hold on. I gotta move on. All right.
We're not cutting that out.
Yeah, that's real.
Dude, I hope I hear it too.
Damn hand talking. Let me finish this. Where was I?
Should have gone that way.
Okay, the problem. Okay,
Fucking computer.
I'm not. Damn it. Okay, I am upset about DLC, but I'm not at the same. I'm not upset about DLC and like cosmetics or like adding a thing. What I am mad about in DLC is when they
microtransactions.
Microtransactions.
The big old M word.
And in multiplayer, it's like if you ever play Call of Duty. You got every fucking time I'm talking.
Sorry, dude, this is hilarious tonight.
It's a fucking weird ass thing. Every time you play Call of Duty, you get perks, and then also you get different guns. In Last of Us multiplayer, you have to buy certain guns and buy perks, which
with real money.
With real money. But the worst part about it is these changed the multiplayer. Like. These are one of the best guns in the game. There's a gun called the Enforcer.
Pay to win, man. Pay to win.
Pay to win. The best
in a game.
The best gun and perks that they give. There's like 10 perks that they give you that you pay for are the best perks in that game that make that game unbalanced.
And and in that game, it's a post-apocalyptic society where there is no more money. So you're spending real money in your world to buy fake guns in their world that has no more real money.
This is irony time with Richard.
Irony. What the hell is that?
I know, dude. It doesn't make any sense. And Naughty Dog, I did not expect that from Naughty Dog.
No, I didn't. Like, are they hurting for money?
I thought when I bought the remastered version, I had everything. Since that game came out, I had everything.
Well, we do have everything except the microtransactions. Man.
No, we don't have the multiplayer that came with the season pass, which came with The Last of Us season pass.
Someone mentioned that you have to download it. Just go download it on the PS Plus or PS PlayStation Store. But
if you had the season pass from the third,
that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Yeah. I actually read that today.
But no, I'm just saying that the remastered one, even if you didn't have the season pass, doesn't come with all this stuff. But the whole point of this, I know they've done it with Uncharted with cosmetic skins, which is perfectly fine. I mean, whatever, if someone buys it, some people like that, go ahead. But I just don't like the idea.
Admit it, Bob. You bought that Enforcer gun for $1.49.
I did.
And so did I.
I'm not buying anything.
I'm mad, but I wanted it, and
I'm standing my ground.
Listen, it doesn't. I mean, because I bought it, and maybe they won on that one. It doesn't mean I'm not pissed off about it. It's just like I don't like the idea of having buying pay to win, essentially buying the best guns or best weapons. I have to buy them.
It's a shitty model, dude. The reason I bought it too. All three of us bought it. Yeah. We bought it because we are tired of getting destroyed by other people who bought it.
Yeah,
because I was taking on people with a full auto rifle
and it works.
A freaking like a semi-automatic rifle, and I was getting destroyed by a pistol because people bought the Desert Eagle pistol, and it kills you in 3 hits. So it was just ridiculous.
No, it's true. And what I forget. See, I don't. I'm using just the regular normal perks that they give you standard, but the ones that you can buy, are they actually that more?
Yeah, dude.
Powerful?
Honestly,
or not really.
The more I play it, I mean, the game is already unbalanced, so I can't really talk about it. The bow is
so overpowered,
and
I'll get into that in a second.
But I mean, it's just, the perks. It's just, I just don't like the idea that that people could have something else than me in multiplayer as an advantage, because they bought something instead of me. I mean,
and then you end up losing members of your clan, especially if you're trying to go for a trophy hunt like I am. And it just makes it more frustrating. And then you got your matchmaking delays, which takes 20 minutes, even up to what seems like a half hour, dude.
That last one was a half an hour.
And you paid $50 for a full retail game.
And you, half retail, but actually
Well,
it is full retail
yeah.
because the single player. I mean, there's no question the single player is so good, and we're not like bashing Naughty Dog just to bash them, but the couple things that we're talking about are just absolutely
The things
ridiculous.
that could have been remedied and things that they're just little cheap shots, dude. Like
Yeah.
the microtransaction stuff was like, really?
I don't
and then
mind-
like those things that could be fixed, like the freaking bow. I don't even know where to begin on the bow. I've been so pissed off.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
all heard me.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been so pissed off on that bow and arrow, dude. The bow and arrow, it doesn't work like an actual, like Skyrim or something like that, where you shoot the bow and you see the arrow travel. How that game works is you shoot the bow and it's a beam of light that as soon as they pull the trigger, pull the trigger
It's not
is a good way to put it.
exactly a beam of light.
They could. I've been hit from across the map, like in the face,
Yep.
by a guy that like had a
Yep.
split-second window to shoot me because he pulled it back and he shot me. And the thing with the bow is, you don't need to pull it all the way back and hold it in order to get like maximum damage. You could just like tap the trigger. You don't even have to like pull it back.
Just shoot it like a gun.
Yeah, you shoot it like a gun. You pull it back and it kills you in 2 hits.
Two
it
hits.
stripped all my armor off in 1 arrow.
And then
Like, it usually takes like 4 or 5 bullets.
So if you don't play it on Last of Us or you haven't played the multiplayer, the other guns do not take 2 hits. I mean, other than certain.
That silenced pistol takes like 9 hits. I
Yeah.
swear.
Yep.
The
Well,
9mm?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
9mm
like-
tip. That's why.
That's why we bought the Enforcer, dude.
Because-
What?
Yeah. But what I wanted to if you play the single player with the bow in it, it is not like that. If it
No.
was like that,
Oh man, we just walked right through the game.
Oh, yeah.
there would,
Yeah.
no. I'm just saying, if it was like that, like if the single player bow was like the one to multiple, if like they make
Oh,
that,
if it was underpowered.
you know, opposite,
Underpowered, yeah.
opposite, where you had to draw back and then do that.
It
stuff.
should be, dude. Like, I mean, I know arrows,
Tomb Raider got bow
but somebody
perfect.
tried to explain it to me. I forgot who it was. Somebody online tried to explain it to me. They're like, "Oh, it's an arrow. Like, what? It'll kill you." And I'm like, "Well, so will a bullet."
Yeah.
Like, what kind of argument is that?
Why does it take?
If
why
anything, an arrow will do less damage.
to armor, especially.
Yeah.
If I shot you with a shotgun from close range and you shot me with an arrow from close range,
You
or
would
that-
live, he'd be dead.
Why does it take me 3 shots to kill you with a shotgun? So I mean, you can't use that argument as a valid
You
one.
just gotta even it out. And like, and the other thing is the Molotov cocktails. The
Oh,
Molotov
yeah,
cocktails
Molotov
are a one-hit kill with an enormous explosive radius.
Yep.
Way more than the bombs that you build. That like, you know, shoot shrapnel and scissors and shit like that
Yeah,
everywhere.
those don't
And
do
it's like,
shit.
dude, the Molotov cocktails. Like, I was like, okay, these are cool. Like at first because they're hard to find, but apparently they're not. Like, I've been hit by like 4 Molotov cocktails in like a matter of 5 minutes, and they kill you and everybody around you in 1 hit. There's no like way to run the fire off. If you're in that explosive radius, which is like, it feels like 10 meters, you're screwed.
Oh,
You're
like
done.
like last night. Remember, I got so pissed, dude, because I got
Yeah.
bombed like
Wait,
four
what'd you do?
times in
What'd
one
you do
match.
to someone?
I Molotoved them, dude.
He
So, I
took
mean-
advantage of it.
It was the mission. It was the challenge I had to do.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a buffet.
I
3 of
think,
them.
I mean, there's a lot of things that,
Buffet.
like, if Naughty Dog definitely needs to work with something, is, like, if they care about it, their multiplayer. I mean, it's still fun, and it has some really cool ideas in it. It's just some of the things that they do are not appropriate. It's like, I want to go, no.
No, Naughty Dog.
That's a bad Naughty Dog.
No microtransactions.
Get into the bad Naughty Dog.
It just needs a patch.
Get it?
Ha, ha, ha,
That was rock solid. Make it.
Solid.
I don't know, man. We're full of puns today. A PlayStation Now reference.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah, they definitely need a
Last of Us
patch.
Remastered
They're working on a patch, but
Speaking of remastered games,
Ah.
they are talking that. Not talking. They've confirmed that the Resident Evil 1 will be remastered for the new generation and old generation consoles.
Now, do we know if they're using the GameCube game, the assets from the GameCube
So it's a
game?
remaster of a remaster.
And they're
Now,
just going to make it HD, or are they actually
Now that-
rebuilding the game again from ground
I
up?
saw a screenshot and it looks fucking.
it looks good.
It looks awesome.
But now, so
probably just
so
the
for,
GameCube
So
game.
for Last of Us, for Uncharted, not Uncharted,
Tomb Raider.
Last of Us, Tomb Raider, Halo, now Resident Evil. Are the remastered games getting out of hand? Do you think?
Depends on the game.
I don't.
Grand Theft Auto.
If you want your backwards
but-
compatibility, there it is.
The cool thing about Grand Theft Auto is that Grand Theft Auto is just saying we're Grand Theft Auto 5. Like everyone else is like definitive edition, remastered edition.
Yeah,
all
Tomb
that.
Raider. I'm like, really?
But
Yeah.
at the same time, I mean, I understand their point, and I want them to. I mean, I could see that people want new things and want them to work on different things, but I don't know if we get new things and
I have a
these,
theory.
these are not a bad idea either. I mean, I don't mind. I didn't mind getting Last of Us for PlayStation 4.
I did. I would have rather they use that money for something else and put out another game. new IP.
Well, they're not using that money.
They made more money with it.
Yeah.
They spent a year doing that. As soon as before.
So you said instead of
Time.
working on that, you wanted to work on new IP, which is. I mean, I understand that. I mean, I'd like that too, but at the same time,
okay. Well, I guess for The Last of Us, since it's such an amazing staple in video game history, that one deserved to be remade because that one needs to reach a bigger market because it was overlooked by a lot of people, and like it did really well. It sold amazingly, but it needs more. More people need to see it for the fact that it's considered like incredible storytelling and art, and you can call it art. And more people need to see that so they realize what video games can do. But things like Tomb Raider, like, come on, that was an awesome game, but like,
it was an awesome game, but it wasn't. But the problem is they didn't make enough money, and I understand why they. I mean, there was a whole different situation. So I was thinking you're gonna bring that up, but Tomb Raider, they needed to make the money back.
And that game, probably making the definitive edition, probably funded the second game they're gonna make.
Yeah, I hope so.
So I mean,
Naughty Dog does have a new IP in their works besides possible Last of Us 2 and Uncharted 4.
So there's reasons behind those remasters, but
hold on. Do you think that they're making? I just had a theory in my mind. Do you think that they're releasing this Resident Evil 1 remastered, full-blown HD? It looks awesome, right? Do you think they're going to release it to see how well it sells and see if, like, oh wow, people really do like that old survival horror classic, and like with them say for example the sales are awesome, right? And everyone's just eating it up, man. Everyone's like thumbs up, 9, 10, 9.5, this and that. And then they're like, okay, fine, like we'll just go back to the old formula and start making. You wonder if this is almost like a test.
They're doing it
like
over the shoulder thing, like Resident Evil 4. They're not doing the old static cameras formula.
They're changing the gameplay. They're not making, but that's
right.
That's not a remaster. That's a remake.
It's not a remaster. Yeah, it's a remake.
That's a reimagining.
It's a reboot. And at that point, it feels like that. And I feel like the Halo games being remade or remastered or whatever. I feel like those are just cash-ins.
On
old series. Because
but
Microsoft needs something that's going to sell. Because Titanfall didn't do that well.
May or may not, but I mean, the Halo one comes with everything.
To be fair,
I don't care, dude. Like I have Halo 1,
and it's all going to be like online multiplayer too. That's just it's impressive. I'm just saying
it's like why should I play Halo 1 multiplayer when I have like every other Halo's multiplayer that was
I don't know
for the most part an improvement. Like
I mean,
Halo
that's
3.
the thing
you
though.
can just switch. You can do whatever you're in the mood for. Like,
I just feel like it's cash-in, dude.
The thing about it,
but it's a well done cash-in.
No, I mean,
disagree.
All right, what I would like to say about it is that it is a cash-in in a sense, but they know it's. I mean, people want it, people will love it, and it's just a guarantee. Because when they put a new game out, they don't know how well it's going to sell. I mean, if it was Bungie or... I mean, it's not Bungie anymore.
It's for the graphics people,
but
dude.
It's because Microsoft owns the rights to that, so they can do that. So that's the... Right? Is that how it's working? Because it's Bungie's not doing it.
Microsoft owns it.
This is Microsoft, and they're like, oh, Halo's so good. They can take this, and so they're using it as their advantage. It's just a business thing. What I want to talk about, though, is if you guys have been listening for the past 4 weeks, this is the 4th week. So we are going to talk about our characters.
There are also 4 weeks in a month.
There are 4 weeks in a month, and we are in half the month, so...
7 days in a week.
Figure that out. The set of the sword. Oh, there's 7 days in the week. Oh,
yeah, 7.
It's weird that you mentioned up. All right, so we're not going to talk about the other hints.
3 hints.
But we'll talk about the 4th hint. Okay. And I will say it now.
Now, before he says it, you need to listen to the other 3 podcasts to get this hint. Now, the first person who hears this podcast...
No, it's not the first person.
Yeah, the first person to
comment.
comment.
No, it's not. It's not the first person to comment.
When did that change?
Dissension in the ranks.
That changed a long time ago. It's not the first person that commented. It is whoever messages us up from Talk Gaming. We will raffle out whoever gets the answer right. So it's not just the first person who listens to this and does it. It's the person who messages us. If you get the right answer, you'll go in a raffle, and we will announce the raffle or the raffle winner on the next podcast. So it's not. So the reason why we're doing that, so it's not. So other people have chances. All right. So the hint is, music is the character's protector.
Music is the character's protector.
Now,
and that's the only.
What could it mean?
What could it mean? You get that right. You message us. You enter the raffle. You win.
Tweet.
What do you win? Again, last time for this month's podcast raffle, you win either your choice of a $20. Steam, Xbox Live, Nintendo Shop, or PlayStation Network card. So $20 for free. Why the hell not?
Give it a
right,
try.
Rich?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
So quickly to wrap this up, J-Bone's rapid fire news. He's back, ladies and gents.
Shit.
He's back. He's ready for action. He's ready for blood. Here he goes, dude. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
You already mentioned the Resident Evil, but I'll reiterate. Resident Evil HD Remaster is coming to all of them, early 2015, including PC. Activision reported earnings for the second quarter of its current fiscal year today, bringing in $970 million in net revenue, as compared to the $1.05 billion with a B, as in boy, for the second quarter or last year. And they mentioned that Destiny is expected to be the biggest launch in history. That's what they said. Biggest launch in history. I kind of agree. It's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5 sells over 34 million copies, making it 1 million more copies than last year. World of Warcraft has seen a decrease in subscriptions by 800,000 people from April to June. Sony revealed a teaser for Gamescom this year, which is August 13th through the 17th. In England, I believe, this year, which was a video, it was a depiction of blood simply splattering on a snowflake. That's what they showed. I don't know what it is, what it's about. Speculation. Assassin's Creed Rogue is an upcoming Assassin's Creed game for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Rogue is slated for early release for November. Currently, no plans are announced for current gen Wii U or PC versions. 2 more. Evolve, like you said, is now slated to come out February 10th, 2015.
4-month delay.
4-month delay. Last but not least, you mentioned White
Will
Xbox.
it evolve in time?
White Xbox One heading to retail with bundled package with Sunset Overdrive. And that is it.
Yeehaw! Game talkers, thank you for listening to Talk Gaming's podcast. You are now in the green to go check out the last 3 podcasts. Listen to this hint and
subscribe to
subscribe.
YouTube.
Make sure you
Message
subscribe.
us, either Chris Fernandez, Rich, the motherfucking 7th Sword, J Bob, or formerly known as J Bone, or the only and the one on Bob. Sorry, fuck that.
Screw up your own time.
Yeah, I can't.
Ladies, gents, and the 7th Sword, thank you for listening. And have a great day.
Talk Gaming.